Welcome to the channel, guys. This is my non-spoiler review of Doctor Sleep. So first things first, a lot of people will be saying, is it Kubrick? Is it a worthy successor? And I will say, it's definitely no Kubrick, but who is? And I did say this in my spoiler review, which is linked above. Look, no one's Kubrick, and I don't think they tried to be Kubrick. And I think they succeeded. I think they did a good job of amalgamating the Kubrick film in with presumably what Stephen King might have wanted with this. I like this film a lot. It is not perfect. There are some very dodgy effects. It's not a spoiler to say, but some of the entities, obviously everyone's got powers in this film. So the entities themselves have some very strange powers where they can kind of float around, like astral project. And some of that looks super dumb. You'll see it. You'll see it when when you go and see it. You'll know what I mean. It looks super dumb. Painful to watch in parts. The effects of them, again, not spoiler because it's in the trailers. The effects of them drinking everyone's essence, the steam, the shine, as it were. Super lame. Not very good at all. The eye effect was good. There's no, I can't tell you because it's a spoiler. But you'll see what I mean. There's another really good effect about 3/4 of the way through the film by Grandpa Flick, one of the not entities. You'll see it. You'll see what I mean, but that's a very good effect. I did enjoy that very much. Now, story-wise, it picks up, and again, no spoilers, so don't worry, no spoilers. It picks up kind of where The Shining left off. And I think if you haven't seen The Shining, this gives you enough information. Well, one, if you haven't seen The Shining, what the hell are you doing with your life? But secondly, it gives you enough information to watch the film as a sequel without having actually watched The Shining. So I wouldn't be too worried if you haven't watched The Shining, but watch it after you've watched this movie, of course. And it picks up, again, after The Shining with some kind of flashback sequences. But the flashback sequences are done tastefully. They are flashback sequences. Some of the stuff that we'd seen in the trailer. It's not replayed footage. It's actually really quite good. I did enjoy that very much. And it just progresses from there. Basically, Danny Torrance is old. He's a little kid from The Shining. He's old. He's grown up. He is suffering, essentially being haunted by his past, haunted by his power, by The Shining, or The Shine. And he wants nothing to do with it. Now, there's some bits and pieces that happen throughout this movie which cause him to enter into sobriety. And again, I'm not going to spoil it because I don't want to, but how he gets the name Dr. Sleep, very touching. It's a really touching story behind the name of Dr. Sleep. I liked it. And I've not read the book Dr. Sleep, so I don't know if this is a good adaptation. I will just say that, okay? But it was good. How he got the name Dr. Sleep was very nice, touching. It's not scary. Do not go into this movie thinking you're going to be terrified, because it's not a scary movie. It's tense, and it's best described like a supernatural thriller. I'm not sure what they call this in terms of... I'm just looking now on Google. I'm not sure what they put this under, but it's definitely not a horror. It's like a supernatural thriller. But it's a good one. It is good. It's definitely, I would say, a worthy successor of The Shining, but definitely no Kubrick. But like I said at the start, who's Kubrick nowadays? Ewan McGregor did a stand-up job, and it makes me happy that he was in this, and a little bit more confident for some of the other movies that he's going to be starring in soon, minus all the nonsense that he's been spouting about politics recently. Rebecca Ferguson as Rose the Hat was near unrecognisable. I actually didn't even know it was Rebecca Ferguson, so that was really good. We had Alexandra Esso as Wendy Torrance, so basically Danny Torrance's mother. She was very good. Good throwback. We also had... all of the not characters were great. There was no one in there that was terrible. They hammed it up a little bit, but they had to for their character, for the creatures that they are. If you watch the trailer, you'll know what they are. They're just these anti-shine creatures, basically. They feed on the shine. And they were very good. We had Bruce Greenwood as a random drop in there. He was fantastic in this. He was really, really good. Not in it for very long. He's not like a main character or anything like that, but he was very, very good. Everyone was great. Cliff Curtis made a rando appearance. I believe last he was in Hobbs and Shaw, if I remember rightly. Good accent, good actor. He was very, very good in this. And the little girl, which is over there, her name is Kylie Curran. She plays Abra. She was very, very good. Actually, pretty damn decent. Now, the bad stuff, there's nothing majorly bad. There's nothing offensive in this movie. It's just a little bit dodgy effects here and there. I wouldn't even say that the runtime of this film is of detriment to the film overall. It's really good. Like, it allows the film to breathe very, very nicely. Again, like, major bads is just visual effects. Some of the visual effects are a bit crap here and there. The massive pros are all about the sound, actually, and the way the film looks. Like, the film isn't overly unique looking, and again, like I say, it's not trying to be Kubrick, FYI. But there's some really good, how they set up some shots is really, really nice, and the scenes are really, really nice. Lighting is very good, but the stand-up for all of this stuff, all of it, was soundtrack, sound design, and just how they built everything together. Very, very nice. So there's some scenes towards the end, it's not a spoiler, where they stand in snow, and it's dead quiet. It's dead quiet, and you can hear the crunch of their feet in the snow. And it's very, very beautifully done. It's so, so good. And the reason why it's so good is it adds a lot of tension. Much needed tension, because this isn't a film with heavy jump scares. You're not scared of this film in any way, shape or form, because it's not a horror. But that stuff gives really nice tension to this supernatural thriller. Very, very good. There's a recurring beat that drops in through the film. It's like a heartbeat, basically. You'll know it when you hear it. It's like a duh, 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 or something along those lines. I'm not going to repeat it very, very well, but you'll know it when you watch the film. And that was good. It's nice to have recurring themes of music that peppers in throughout the film, because then it becomes part of the story in and unto itself, because you're watching it and you hear this recurring piece of music and you know what's coming, or you know that something is coming. And I'm not saying that that's part of the story, mind you. I'm just saying that any movie that does something like that as a piece of music, as a signal for something to happen, is good. I like that in my movies. Now, jump scares, there are some jump scares in this. They're not scary. And they're not overly accentuated with music, which I like. I don't like a film which has music to tell me to be scared when they show me a jump scare. The jump scare itself should make me scared, if that makes any sense. And the jump scares themselves are good. They conjured up a slight bit of, oh, okay, what's going on there? And then there's a little bit of music, but it's not to accentuate the jump scare itself. It's not to tell me that I need to be scared, which I appreciated. I don't like a film to treat me like a dumbass. There's not an awful lot else to kind of tell about this movie. It's directed by Mike Flanagan, but it's not quintessential. You're not going to look at this film and go, that's Mike Flanagan's work, mate. That is Mike Flanagan. It could have been made by anyone. Like I say, is that good or bad? I mean, it works for this film. It works for this film. Again, no spoilers. It's a very, very touching film. It ends nicely in terms of the story on a whole. Again, no spoilers. I'm not telling you any spoilers. I just mean the story wraps itself up nicely. The pacing is good. Go and watch it. I can highly recommend it. Funnily enough, we're in Halloween and there's no other horror films on. And this isn't even a horror. But I would encourage you to go and watch this. 2.5 hours. It went by like a breeze. So I can highly recommend this film. If you've seen it, I'd love to hear your thoughts, though. Keep it non-spoilers down below. If you want to check out my spoiler review, I linked it at the start. You can spout off about spoilers over there, and you can tell me what you liked or disliked. Give this video a big thumbs up if you did enjoy it. Please do hit subscribe as well, if you did enjoy it. And returning subscribers, make sure you're subscribed. YouTube is unsubscribing people. And also, turn the bell notifications on. But anyway, guys, I have been Mr. H. Thank you so much for watching. Take care.